Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Lucy with Riva Chic, and today we're going to do a quick little tutorial on how to do some crafting art. Literally crafting art. So we're going to be using a canvas and some napkins and Mod Podge to create a little art piece. So let's start working on this little project. Okay, so let's go over the supplies that you're going to need for today's project. First, you're going to need a canvas. Now, it doesn't matter what size canvas you buy. Just make sure that you have enough napkins for it. Anyway, so we're going to need a canvas. We're going to need Mod Podge, and this one is a matte finish because that's what we're going to put on first. You're going to need some decorative napkins. And by the way, guys, everything that I'm using today with supplies, I'll be posting them with the links on the, below the description. I'm also going to be using a glossy Mod Podge, okay, for the topper, a chip brush, a foam brush, and scissors. So you guys ready? Let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab our napkin. On these napkins, there are 3 layers of paper, okay? So we want to make sure that we have a single layer of this napkin. So what you do is you go on the edge right here, and you're going to remove that first layer, okay? Leave it on the side because you never know when you need something like that for your next craft. Go to your second layer and remove that. So now we just have one single layer of our napkin. What we're going to do next is, since we're going to be doing it on a canvas, we're going to be cutting these in half. Okay, so we're going to go this way. Now, I already started because you also, after you cut it, you kind of want to start measuring it of where exactly you want to put these. So, for example here, let me do this. I cut my napkin in half, okay? And then I'm going to be placing that on the top portion of my canvas. Now I'm going to be taking the Mod Podge and I'm going to be laying the Mod Podge on the canvas. But I just wanted to make sure that this matches. And then what I did is I cut 3 of them. So just match your flowers however you want this design to go, and then put them on there. So we're going to go ahead and take our Mod Podge. And what I'm using first is going to be the matte. So I normally take a plastic little plate, put it on here. We're going to be using our foam brush. It's just easier. So we're just going to lay our Mod Podge on our canvas. Now, a lot of folks say, well, how do you get it, not bubbly? Well, it's the way you lay it. So just make sure that it's all smooth. Get the edges. Okay, so now we're going to take our first napkin here. Let me turn it around this way. And go ahead and place it on your canvas. Just be very careful with it because it is very delicate. And then just take your fingers and go like that. Now there's some bubbles. So what I also use is this right here. It makes life easier. I will also post this on the links below where the description is. And just go every way. And be careful not to tear up the paper. Don't worry about the edges right now. We will take care of those edges later, okay? So we got our first sheet down. The next sheet, again, we measured it, and I want to place it right there. So we take more of the Mod Podge here. Again, the key is to lay it down smooth. And you can now go over the paper a little bit. That's fine. Okay, we take our second sheet and we place it on the canvas, about right there. And then we're going to smooth it out. Okay. This is fun, guys, and it's really relaxing. And this is something you can also teach your kids. It's a fun little family project. And you don't have to be an artist to do it, you know. You just got a painting done. Now we're going to be placing our last one on this edge. I need a little more. Okay. On the edges, on the corners. Again, smooth. That's why I love these foam brushes. They work great. Okay. So now that we got that on there, lay our paper. It activates fast. Once you lay that paper on there, it grabs it. And that's not where I want it, so you have a few seconds there to grab it. It's hard to see a little bit here. All right, let me try this. Okay. Smooth it out. Again, we're not going to worry about this because we're going to cut that later. Just worry about the piece that you're working on. Okay, so now that we got our paper down, we got to now work on these sides right here because it's, you know, empty. We want to put something on there. Now, again, you can lay this however you want, what design you want. I'm just giving you a quick tutorial how you can make stuff like this really fun. All right, so from the sheets that you cut, you're going to have some extra. And see if maybe you want to put those anywhere. Like, does it go here? How does it match up to your design? We got this one. You know, would this look better? A little more color. And maybe try to match it near a leaf. Maybe there. I think that's good. So we're going to place that one. And you can go ahead now and cut that. And then if it goes over, that's fine because we're going to handle that later. All we're worried right now is about putting what you want on there. So I'm going to say I'm going to put it like right there. All right, so now we take our Mod Podge and we are going to put it on our corner here that we're working on. Okay. And I'm going to put it right there. So take your tool and again, go in both directions, but very lightly. Again, this is tissue. It's very light. So now I'm going to cut some of this because I can apply those here. Because again, we're going to cut all that off later. Actually, we'll probably use a sander on that. All right. So now I am ready to put some more on this side. So let me see, what would this look like? Maybe. Or maybe this one. So you're kind of playing now with your own paper that you have. Do you want a little gap? Because that will be obviously clear. Or do you want more flowers? Whatever tissue you have around. Maybe that. I kind of like that. Okay. I will do that then. So, Mod Podge again. Let's go and put it nice and smooth. And let's see, I can see, and I want you, when you don't think where you put this stuff at, like which side did I use? Okay, I'll use this side. Okay, and then take your tool. Go both ways. Okay, and then we can cut this. Since it's long, we don't need it right now. Okay, so what I do now is I just either you can use your hands just to make sure that you got everything, you know, or your tool if you want. Just to make sure that everything is laid down. Looks like it. And we let this dry till the Mod Podge dries on the bottom. Sometimes every piece is going to take different, so just, you know, check on it. You can come back in 15 minutes or so just to see how it's doing. At this point too, if you wanted to, if you're comfortable, you can take your hair dryer as well and just on a light, you know, just dry it very lightly. Don't put it hot, put it on the cool, and see how that goes. So let's just let this dry for a minute, and then we're going to come back and finish it up. Okay, so now that our piece is dry, I'm going to be applying the glossy Mod Podge. I'm going to go ahead and use the same plastic plate here, but obviously do not use your foam brush at all. I'm going to put some on here. The reason why I'm using glossy, it looks really neat, and it's going to obviously stick out a little more. So I take my chip brush here, dab some of there, and then I start, it's basically like you're painting. And this goes away, so if you see this white clear color, all this goes away because it dries. This is a seal, that's what this is. So you're sealing now your project. But you can use, like I said, any type of Kleenex, napkin, anything you want. They've got so many really nice decorative ones, even with hummingbirds if you wanted, magnolias, flowers, I mean, everything. Again, I will send you guys the link to this one if you want. I can send you some other ones that I've used. They're just really neat. I do love the blue and white one, probably will always be my favorite because it goes with everything, any decor and stuff. And this probably will look really nice on a big canvas. So make sure that you get those corners everywhere that we kind of attached it to another sheet. Down over here, make sure that is all nice and covered because we're going to be removing those edges. Those edges don't get removed until everything is dry. I found that to work the best so you don't mess up on the project that you just created. Some people do it the opposite way, but what I do is this. So we're going to go ahead and let this dry, and then we're going to be putting another coat of the glossy Mod Podge over this one. Now our piece is dry, and I'm going to lay the last coat of the glossy Mod Podge. Now, maybe you're asking, can I use another foam brush for this? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You don't have to use a chip brush. So I use both. So we're going to just apply it again. Evenly. And I might need some more here. And again, make sure those corners are done because the next step, we want those corners really sealed because we're going to have to remove the extra napkin of the paper there on the corners. And we can't leave that like that, can we now? So just make sure that that is in. And then, you know, you can turn your piece around, whatever, you know, however you're comfortable. And I think think I got it all. Okay, so now that our piece is dry, I like to remove these sides and this extra paper with a hand sander like this. And I'm going to be using a 220 grit sandpaper. So I'm going to start off right here. And how you do this is just like this. You're bringing it down. It's a little hard on the camera, but I'll do my best here. You're just bringing it down so the paper can be removed. Now it's going to go obviously towards the canvas, but we're going to remove that too. Unless you want it laid like that, that's fine too. It looks nice. Okay, so if you like it just like this, it has cut all the extra so it doesn't hang, but you can leave it like that. And we're going to seal it then. I kind of like it myself now. So it always depends, you know, when you start cutting it, like what is it going to look like, you know? So this is pretty cool. So let's just leave that and then we can seal it and do the same thing here. So it's just going to remove it from the edge. Yes, it's a little messy. This is actually not bad compared to some. Okay. I'm making a lot of noise here. Okie dokes. All right, so that's pretty cool too. So we got nothing on this side, nothing down here, but we got those two sides, and that is fine. So we're gonna go ahead and take some of our glossy Mod Podge, and then we're just gonna seal it. And just let that dry. And you can do a second coat if you want to, but you might not need it because we already added that second coat on that when we were doing this. Same thing over here. Grab some more. And just go down with it like that. I mean, it's sticking like right away. All right, guys, we are done. So we have our project done, made out of napkins. Wasn't that pretty cool? So if you like today's little short video, make sure that you subscribe, because let me tell you something, what else you can do. Now that you have this, you can take your art brushes and you can paint on it. You can add stuff to it. It's really neat. Maybe I can show you that on a next video. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. So again, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and also hit that notification bell so every time I post a new video, you folks will be notified. Until next time, I'll see you later.